एक मिनट में शेयर कर देता हूँ लिंक। इनफैक्ट आप लोगों के साथ भी मैं शेयर कर रहा हूँ लिंक इन द ग्रुप। अगर मतलब लाइव वाले में इशू ये ना द लिंक इज क्रिएटेड ऑन द स्पॉट ओनली, तो मैं पहले से शेयर नहीं कर सकता। बट this group as well in case you people want to share. And Patch is here as well. Phew. Uh, last year, okay. Mm,
Guys,
Hello, what's up? Sorry यार मैं
everything's fine.
थोड़ा सा पोस्ट कर रहा था। Okay, चलो, let's kick it off. Uh, no, right. Okay, cool guys. Hello guys, welcome to another edition of the Builders Club Weekly Live, a place where we discuss all the startup related news which has happened this week. We have been doing the Shark Tank deal analysis series for some time now, and we are continuing that. That's going to continue till the time the Shark Tank series is going on. I hope that you guys are able to see my screen. Uh, the screen दिख रहा है ना? या नहीं दिख रहा?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So, थोड़ा सा पीछे चला जाता हूँ. So, before I begin, I would like to also introduce the panel. We have Vishal from D Studio 90. We have got Kulmani, who's the co-founder of Fibonacci X. We've got Akash, who is the director of data analytics at Paytm. We've got Saurabh Agarwal, who's the co-founder of Angel Bay. And together we are going to break down, we're going to go through the funding news and then we're going to break down the Shark Tank deal analysis. So without any further ado, let's just kick it off. So starting off with the funding news, this week $287 million were were dispersed across 30 deals, 234 million in growth stage deals and 53 million in early stage. Six deals in the growth stage made up for 234 million of the 287. So Perfios, which is a B2B fintech firm, they raised $80 million. There is Loham, which is a battery tech startup. They raised 54 million. There is High Labs, which is a healthcare data analytics firm. They raised 39 million. There is Nanonets, which is an AI-based workflow automation platform. They raised 29 million. Then there is Cure Skin, which is a D2C beauty and personal care brand. They raised 20 million. Black Soil, which is an alternative credit platform. They raised 15 million. And then there is S3V Vascular, which is a medical device maker. They raised $40 million. Coming to early stage deals, 20 early stage startups, they basically scooped up funding worth $53 million this week. First is Freed, which is a debt relief platform. They raised $7.5 million. Then there was Rapid Canvas, which is an E2E business guide provider. They raised $7.5 million. Then there is Kites Senior Care, which is in the elder care domain. They raised $6 million. Then there was Clear Premium Water, which is D2C bottled water brand. They raised $6 million. Then there was Sugar.fit, which is type 2 diabetes and pre-diabetic focused platform. They raised 5 million. Then there is Kimball Technologies, smart metering solutions for power distribution, $5 million. TapFin, fintech startup, 4 million. Loan Kuber, which is also Janasha Finance, they are into mortgage financing. They raised $2 million debt. Then there is Updoor, which is Vinny Bansal-led end-to-end solution provider to e-commerce. They raised $2 million. And then there is Go Bubble Cube, which is a brand analytics platform. They raised $1.9 million. There were three other deals which were undisclosed. There is the Quorum Club, Indie Cold, and IntelliSync. In terms of cities, Bangalore and Delhi NCR, as usual, neck and neck. Delhi, 11 deals, Bangalore, 10 deals, and then Pune and Bombay, 3 deals each, and then Ahmedabad, Kolkata, and Mysore, basically doing 1 deal each. Now, with that, we basically move on to today's uh, Shark Tank deals. So we have 10 deals. We'll try and cover as much as possible before we hit 9:30, and then we'll see if we have enough time. We'll try and cover the others. Starting off with Little Box. So Little Box's fast fashion D2C brand. 75 lakh for 1% equity. They got 75 lakh for 2.5% equity. So I think 75 crores का उन्होंने मांगा था, and they basically got 60 crore ka valuation, which is around $78 million. That is not bad for a D2C brand. Little Box, एक बार देख लेते हैं क्या करती है ये. Shark Tank. Online clothing and footwear hub for the Gen Z. Interesting. Hmm. Okay. क्या कर रहे हैं भाई ये? So they are into Little Box app. Shop the look. मेरे को लाइम रोड टाइप का फील आ रहा है इसको देख के. सब प्रोग्राम. क्या लगता है इसके बारे में? सौरभ, विशाल, कुलमणि,
So I think
आकाश.
Gen Z is one of the themes which we are looking at right now.
हम्म.
So with Gen Z, this fast fashion, electronics, travel experiences, these themes are big with Gen Z.
हम्म.
So far, whatever I can see, the price point seems to be like, 1,000 to 2,500. I'm not wrong. Looking at whatever you are scrolling, right? That is
Reason
the price point.
set. Yeah, around 1,999, 799,
Right,
699.
right, right, right. So this is a theme, and actually, I'm personally looking for startups which are building for Gen Z as of now. So if you guys know anyone similar to this, building around fast fashion, please refer them to me. But this trend has been validated by multiple data points which I've been digging around fast fashion. This is
Okay.
here to stay with Gen Z and Gen Alpha both.
So you're saying sasta, durable, and good looking is something which
Yeah,
works.
yes.
What
Mm.
is the definition of fast fashion versus the normal fashion?
599. क्या है sir? Kulmani sir, how do you define fast fashion?
So usually you will have something in the store for about 7 to 15 days, and then you have something else which replaces that. And so that will be fast fashion. Otherwise, normal fashion, you have spring collection, you have a summer collection, etc., etc., etc. While in
Oh,
fast
so
fashion, you generally have a weekly update or a 15 days. Every 15 days, you have a new launch.
इस वाले में ब्रांड बनाना
Uh,
कितना डिफिकल्ट है
mm,
in the fast fashion ecosystem? Because I think
not easy, not easy.
commoditize
Very
बहुत है ना,
difficult.
बहुत crowded
Right, right.
market है ये तो.
Right.
तो
But
तो ये,
at the same
sorry.
time, there are so many brands which are doing, let's say, 50 CR or 100 CR, even in the sneaker area, right? We may not know
Mm,
because we are living in metropolitan, but there
mm,
there are so many brands. But those brands will find a home. Even if they're not able to scale on their own, they will find a home, the bigger fashion brands or,
Interesting.
whatever.
Interesting. इसका शॉपिंग ये अमेजोन में ही बिकता होगा। अच्छा, टाटा क्लिक, अजियो, मिंत्रा। वेरी वियर्डली अमेजोन नहीं दिख रहा मेरे को। Amazon.in, but this is something different. Very interesting. Chalo, cool. I think this is a interesting one. Any other take, Vishal, Saurabh? You think these people have asked for 7.5 for 1%? अगर 60 करोड़ का valuation है, इसमें multiples कितने जाते हैं? Saurabh, Kulmani says around 3 to 4 times, right? 3 to 4x. D2C fast fashion.
Yeah, so in this case, it should have been about 2 to 2.5. So what they were asking for, I think, was a fair ask. But currently, when I look at on net, their revenue comes out to be 36 crores with a 15% EBITDA.
Hmm.
So this seems to be a deal because they were bootstrapped. So they were potentially looking for
Hmm.
more of, let's say, sharks to come in and help them grow because at this point of time, a lot of brands are getting plateaued at about 2, 3 crores a month kind of a revenue. So this seems to be more like, I think, a deal where they just wanted experience to come into the company.
इंस्टाग्राम फॉर परफॉर्मेंस मार्केटिंग, इंस्टाग्राम से 36 करोड़ का रेवेन्यू बनाया इन लोगों ने। माय गॉड। इनका एबिटा भी
It
15%
is,
आप बता रहे हो। इंटरेस्टिंग।
even if you take an average sale price at 1,000 rupees, we are looking at 20,000 plus uh, unit sold per month for an up and coming brand. That is quite good in this space. It's nothing to sneeze at.
तो काफी जबरदस्त है भाई ये तो। देखें इंस्टाग्राम पे क्या करते हैं ये। will
I
not
think the
spend
reason, yeah,
will
the
not
reason they are making good money is because they like any piece of cloth, right? It is basically getting stuck only for a week or 2 weeks, right? So there is no money which is getting stuck in the working capital. I guess that's why fast fashion works here.
Uh, Kulmani, do they operate
inventory।
on stock levels? Because one way this would work is instead of having 100 pieces of the same unit in stock, same design in stock, maybe they were going for short production runs, 20 colors, 10 per color, 200 and sell out. That could be one way to operate this.
Right, you're correct. The back end of this is highly commoditized, so contract manufacturing is a hit. There they don't invest and they keep minimum inventory with the leveraging technology, etc. They can learn from global giants like H&M, Zara, etc., etc., who are doing, there are best practices which we can borrow from them, and they have been borrowing from likes of H&M. So it's not a hidden thing. So backend is
Interesting।
highly commoditized, so no investment required in manufacturing capacity, etc. You just need sort of your customer acquisition or marketing cost, and you need to get the branding right. You need to know your TG, your target group, whether it's going to be tier two and beyond, or tier one, or what niche, and what gender, and what color palette, etc. And like Saurabh pointed out, I think once they go beyond, let's say, if a brand manages to go beyond 50 CR, then they will probably also look at omni channel, right? So they will then beyond 50 CR, they may start looking at some stores. But it's not easy to escape that valley of death. So that 3, 4 CR per month number, not many people are able to go through that. I think the benefit for this brand coming on this, I think they will get sudden spike in orders. So actually today I was speaking to a founder who was on Shark Tank recently, and he gave me some insights into how do they prepare for spike in orders post appearing on the episode. So he told me that they did so much planning and they did so many calculation of how many orders will they actually receive post that episode is aired. So he said appearing on the episode was not a big deal, but post episode we got so much incoming traffic, so we had to prepare months in advance that how will we manage that spike, because this new customer, if I'm not able to service, then that spike will not serve me any good. So that was interesting, and that a candid conversation with the founder that appearing on Shark Tank is actually not that stressful, but after that episode, handling the incoming traffic is more stressful.
Interesting. Very interesting. चलो, moving on to the next one. This is Creme Castle. नाम सुना सुना सा लग रहा है. Customized cakes and bakery products. 60 lakh for 1.5% equity. They got 60 lakh for 2.5% equity. अमित जैन ने पैसा डाला है. Cream Castle. Cream Castle. Pastry. अच्छा ये तो again this is cloud kitchen slash uh, online pastry. I think. ये तो वही है सर. This is also
But
D2C sold via Swiggy brand.
this seems more like gourmet, though I don't know, more like a
बर्थडे केक्स. नहीं ये वही है. स्विगी में बिकता है सर ये. और कहाँ बिकता है ये? मतलब their distribution channel is via Swiggy only. No, there are so many of these kitchen brands and these things which came, which were like small shops selling food. Last season में I think Shark Tank में काफी सारे आए थे. ये मेरे ख्याल से वैसा ही है कुछ तो. But they look for 60 lakh for 1.5. ये 60 करोड़ 10 मिलियन के आसपास का मांग रहे थे. And they basically got around 6 मिलियन के आसपास का वैल्यूएशन. 6 मिलियन का वैल्यूएशन फॉर दिस ब्रांड. इतना मल्टीपल जाता है. क्रेम कैसल का रेवेन्यू देखें जरा. 20 have raised 15x रेवेन्यू. अच्छा कुछ तो किया है इन लोगों ने. ज्ञान दिया है इन लोगों ने कुछ तो.
15x 15 का मल्टीपल भाई.
एक बार देख
Not
लेता
good.
हूँ. I not gonna investing over 7 CR on the show. 11 figure net worth. चलो कुछ आ गई. चलो I still don't get it. इसका क्या टेक है आप लोगों का? ये I think कितने का हो गया है?
Marketing
60 लाख.
perspective, the take
100 के
the
ही उठाया
website
है इन
was
लोगों ने.
taken.
हाँ 100 के उठाया है for 2.5% this thing. Let's see.
so are they in the same space as ferns and petals, gifting, birthday cakes?
नहीं
The same, and it's
नहीं
different,
नहीं
right?
नहीं. वही मुझे भी वही लग रहा है.
It's a
I put
D2C play. It's a D2C
it's a
103
D2C
million
play.
sold.
This is not a platform play. ये जाओ मैं कहाँ देखता हूँ. Let me just go
It's
to
three
the
locations.
about us.
So
कुछ है क्या about us? Let me just see the about us. You're located. It's not a cake. It's an expression. Bakery. गुड़गांव नोएडा में बनाते हैं ये. हैंड राइडर नहीं. It's a simple cake shop. आई थिंक इनका या तो बहुत ज्यादा स्पाइक दिखाया होगा इन लोगों ने इन टर्म्स ऑफ पीपल रिटेंशन या फिर पीपल बाइंग फ्रॉम देम. न्यूज़ क्यों नहीं है? डिलीवरी कस्टम केक डिलीवरी इन 2 hours अक्रॉस दिल्ली एनसीआर. अच्छा इनकी वेबसाइट में पता ही नहीं चल रहा है ये. इंटरेस्टिंग. चलो आई थिंक आगे बढ़ते हैं. ये थोड़ा सा वियर्ड सा ही है. समझ में नहीं है मेरे को. ओके नेक्स्ट वन इज नमक वाली विच इज ऑर्गेनिक स्पाइसेस. दिस इज इंटरेस्टिंग. 50 लाख फॉर 5% इक्विटी. 25 करोड़ के आसपास का मांग रहे थे ये वैल्यूएशन. 1 करोड़ 10%. 10 करोड़ के आसपास का. 10 लाख फॉर 5% इक्विटी प्लस 40 लाख डेट एट 8% फॉर 3 years. नमक वाली ऑर्गेनिक स्पाइसेस. अच्छा नमक वाली ऑथेंटिक हिमालयन नेचुरल प्रोड्यूस विदाउट एनी एडल्ट्रेशन सच एज बदरी काऊ घी फ्लेवर्ड सॉल्ट मिक्स मसाला ओके, इंटरेस्टिंग। ये ये वाले स्पेस का क्या टेक है आप लोगों का? सौरभ कुलमणि। सीड्स, हर्ब्स, हनी, दिस इज अगेन अ
This
डी
one
टू
again
सी
is a
स्पेस।
very difficult space, right? Because I think there are multiple brands which are now cropping up, which are more like mom and pop kind of brands. So in this case, valuations aren't there. Exits, I don't know how will happen. So these are very risky deals in that sense. So it seems to be like he was trying to help because he finally, I think, invested about 10 lakhs for 5%.
हाँ, 10 लाख रुपए लगाए हैं मिर्जान ने। दोस्ती यार, yes, 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 it's a valid point. 2018 हिमालय, अच्छा मतलब their whole USP is basically the Himalayan this thing. So flavored salt, chutney, ghee, pulses, spices, masala. Chalo. Cool. All the best to the founders. Moving on to Diva, online sari platform. 2 CR for 4% equity. मांगा था 75 लाख को 6% equity plus 1.2 CR debt. अच्छा, interesting. This is again a D2C play. Premium साड़ी, सो ये अपैरल लग्जरी साड़ी यानी ट्रेडिशनल वाला वेयर में। सो दिस इज अ प्ले ऑन फैब इंडिया काइंड ऑफ अ जोन, करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग, या फिर what would where would you put this in the overall retail apparel ecosystem? ट्रेडिशनल वाले जो कांजीवरम एंड ऑल ऑफ दीज, इसके ये लोग ब्रांड्स बनाते हैं, and they must have a decent enough revenue because 1.25 CR का debt भी लिया है। Okay.
think it
सात
will be
करोड़
in
का
Fab
projected
India
revenue।
bucket. It won't be in Fab India bucket.
Hmm.
I think I'll put it in the buckets. The names are not coming, so there are many brands which have come around cotton sarees and focusing on Indian fabrics now. There are many brands which have, uh, and largely you will see that trend across fashion. We always have been good at manufacturing fabrics, but we have not been a fashion capital, right? So
Hmm.
I think over last few years we have seen these people returning to Indian fabrics and Indian fashion. But I don't know what will be the differentiation because the sari market is like very difficult to create differentiate as a brand. I think the only brand which comes to me staying in Delhi is Nali because I've seen their
Yeah,
showrooms
yeah.
and but I
अभी
don't
देख
know
ना,
any other
नली,
brands to be honest.
नली इज ब्राइडल वेयर,
Yeah.
ये मेरे को इंटरेस्टिंग लगा देखने में। लेट मी सी इफ दे हैव दिस एक्सेल, हाँ यहाँ पे है ना। So because there are different occasion based, if you see, so there is Nalli for bridal wear, Fab India is for daily wear, Ritu wear. So I think traditional sarees, traditional and fusion, modern sarees, hand woven sarees, trendy sarees, party wear, soft silk sarees, and occasion wear. These are the different segments of the sari market. इसमें मेरे ख्याल से ये what they are saying is these people have been able to do a 7 CR का revenue. तो 7 CR में ये valuation justified है। 75 lakh को 6% equity makes it what? Around 7.5 per
12.5
million,
CR.
5.5 CR, lakh
12.5
million,
CR.
12.5 ना?
No, no, 12.5 CR. 12.5 CR. So which means $1.5 million valuation,
काफी कम
I
है।
know the
which is
subject matter expert
fine.
for this. Subject
हम्म।
matter expert for this will be any wholesaler in Old Delhi.
हम्म।
Right.
They will be able to tell us 7 CR is nothing for them. Seriously.
हम्म।
You go to
हम्म।
those shops.
So finally, a trading business, right? It's not
Yeah.
manufacturer. So it's just taking saris from multiple weavers and then showcasing. So it's more like, let's say, he's just trying to bring multiple saris on the same platform.
हम्म।
And then he
And
can scale the platform.
hmm. And then he can figure out the distribution properly. I think इसका बड़ा market foreign भी होगा नहीं abroad भी होगा. The way I look at it, Georgette, chiffon, linen. But ठीक है, I think all the very best to the founders. Let's move on to the next one. This is Design Template, an online design marketplace. Once year for 2.5% equity मांगी थी. Oh my God. अच्छा 40 मिलियन का 40 करोड़ के आसपास का अच्छा 40 करोड़ के आसपास का which is not that much 1% for 10% इक्विटी गया है 10 करोड़ का वैल्यूएशन लेकर के गया है अराउंड 1.2 मिलियन के आसपास का डिजाइन टेम्पलेट क्या है ये देखिए जरा What do I do? Their website is not that damn design template company. Wow. How do you find this? मतलब this is a very
No,
SEO.
if you
हाँ,
go back, I think the site was there in the second.
और this
Just
one
open it.
thrilling videos with these. अच्छा,
Yeah.
got it.
It's design to
I missed it.
Sohail,
Not
design
हाँ,
sure if
template,
this is.
right?
create endless प्रीमियम डिजाइन assets. Interesting. ये कैनवा वाले जोन में है. कैनवा मतलब वो वाला जो इकोसिस्टम है ना कैनवा इन वीडियो एंड ऑल ऑफ दीज आई रियली लव द प्रोडक्ट्स दैट दीस पीपल मेक यार I think there is still a lot of room to play around with. So design template works on slideshows, social media, logo animations, opener, intro, titles, elements. अच्छा. And premier. अच्छा. So these are basically Envato वाले zone में है मुझे जहाँ तक समझ में आता है. Envato भी same चीजें ही देता है. Templates which you can put.
Right. Sohail, it is more towards the free pick का Indian version बोल सकते हैं.
हाँ.
Because Envato is a much wider platform. But these templates are for the various software packages. After the
Yeah,
Pix is a
yeah, yeah.
software package, Premium Pro
Yeah,
is a
yeah, yeah.
free.
Motion graphics, free templates. या ये फ्री पिक वाले जरूर दिस इज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग मार्केट टू बी इन ये काफी कम सस्ते में गया है ये मेरे ख्याल से नई कंपनी होगी ये किस किसने डाला है इसमें पैसा सो अमन गुप्ता ने पैसा अमन गुप्ता ने डाला है अच्छा अमन गुप्ता सर तो अपने हिसाब से डालते हैं बट आई थिंक इज दिस इज अ गुड मार्केट टू बी इन इफ दे आर एबल टू if they are able to you know get the distribution right बिकॉज अभी जितने भी टेम्पलेट्स मार्केट में अवेलेबल है ना वो ग्लोबल है या यूएस ओरिएंटेड है अगर इंडिया फोकस टेम्पलेट्स और इलस्ट्रेशंस हमें आते हैं so this is something which can definitely work. I would definitely want to use it. अगर अगर
But
And
the
प्राइस
then
the que-
the pricing is also right because if you look at the subscription pricing, it's 525, 825 range, which is in the right zone. If memory serves me right, it is cheaper than even FreePay. And the
yeah
quality is
yes
excellent. What we do not know is their range. FreePick has a much wider range, but since these guys are starting out, I can only assume that the range will also build up with time. With time,
mm,
funding, increasing sales. This is something that, I mean, any of the small and even the large advertising agencies, creative designers, internal marketing teams would definitely want to go in
yeah
for.
yeah yeah
These
yeah
are just the kind of only weaknesses that I haven't seen. I've been trying to play around only 5 10 minutes with it, but I haven't seen many. You might outside the vector type images, uh, Indian themed images, which, for example, I shared earlier, I have to purchase for anywhere between 10 to 30,000 rupees. I'm not seeing those kind of images. Maybe it's in the plan. Maybe
Mhm,
they are going only for the free pick segment. We don't know that. But that
mhm.
apart, this is. I mean, it's if they keep the costs low, I don't see why they can't succeed. If they reach
Scalable
out
है
to
ये
just their target, it's B2B play. It's basically a B2B play.
एजेंसीज के थ्रू ही
I
बिकते हैं सो
think
या गो ऑन आकाश
I think the problem here is the moat, right? What is stopping like some other company using mid-journey or stable diffusion basically models to build the same thing? I think the issue would be moat. So I think The good thing is that he has got a shark so that he can actually like create the moat on the distribution. Else, I think creating these things should not be very hard. So the problem would be moat, I would say, in a longer term.
यार देखो होता क्या है ना कि आई थिंक एज
Creating
द सॉरी
is
गो अनुष्का
not so easy. Yeah, it's not so easy. It is for those who know it may be easy, but this is not a very deep skill set. Deep skill set in the sense it's not very prevalent. Even in the agencies and in the marketing teams, we find it a bit of a challenge to find somebody who can create these images. Most of the people there are in the market who use pre-created templates and work on templates. This is one level deeper. This is where almost every marketer wants to be, to create original content. This is in the category of original content, original images. So I it's it's something that is big in outside India, as Sohail pointed out very correctly. In India, we have very few uh, media brands that I am aware of that are in this field. So this is, I mean, just the pricing itself is exciting for me. This is something I will definitely want to experiment with. At the end of the call, I'm going to send it across to all my marketing contacts, to be very honest.
no, this is something which is very useful for somebody who either is a designer or something. And when you talk about moat now, yaar, I think currently, Akash, we are in an ecosystem where now everything is available. If you really want it for free, everything is available. But there is still a reason why you would want to watch a show on Netflix rather than go and watch it on a by downloading and using a torrent. And that's basically convenience. So if this platform makes a name for itself, or rather, like for example, the way you know a Canva, you don't usually look for a competitor or look for making design kind of thing. You basically open up Canva, right? So if their overall inventory can be comprehensive enough and can solve for the use case specifically for the Indian target audience, which is what I understand that they're trying to build for, this is, this is a, I mean, people would, if all designers basically go and use this and open up designtemplate.io and basically look for anything instead of probably an Envato, which I believe is going to be the biggest competitor for them in the global ecosystem. This is a good enough play to win. Plus, I think as Vishal pointed out, the pricing is very compelling. For outside India, this is less than $1. This is $8 a month, and Envato is much more expensive than that, right? But of course, they are a market standard and everything. So, इनका target वही है. I think they are right now trying to capitalize themselves on the Indian market. Um, and आगे चल करके बाहर का देखेंगे. But इंडिया के Envato and Freepik बनने का इनका ये that's my take.
Even the color shades, etc., they are using are very Indian themed. I'm not
And,
used to seeing uh, such a particular blend of colors that they have used on other websites. At least I have to hunt for them. So this is
हाँ,
something. This is looking
अच्छा
quite
है सर, करो
fascinating.
करो, यूज करो, आई ऑल्सो यूज. चलो, मूविंग ऑन. नेक्स्ट इज सामा. दिस इज ऑनलाइन डिस्पाइट रेजोल्यूशन. आई थिंक डिस्प्यूट लिखना चाहते होंगे ये. ऑनलाइन डिस्प्यूट रेजोल्यूशन 1 CR फॉर 1% इक्विटी. 100 करोड़ का मांगा था इन लोगों ने एंड दे बेसिकली गॉट अ गुड डील. 1 करोड़ फॉर 1.5% इक्विटी. ये सामा सुना सुना सा क्यों लग रहा है मुझे? Is it the same company that I'm thinking that it is? Summer dispute resolution.
You must be thinking about the VC called Sama.
Sama Capital. एक Sama.io भी है शायद. Online dispute resolution. ODR ways. Interesting. सुलझाओ मगर प्यार से. Sama helps businesses and individuals resolve disputes quickly, fairly, and completely online. What is this? Our users OLX Autos, ICICI Bank, NSE, Yes Bank, उड़ान. ओ, तो बेसिकली ये बोल रहे हैं कि जो आप गुंडे भेजते थे उसकी जगह आप हमारे पास आओ, हम प्यार से आपका सॉल्व करा देंगे. and they basically target B2B. So everywhere, wherever there is a dispute का issue, छोटा मोटा, वो ये लोग मैनेज कर लेते हैं. Pay less for legal, not more. One of the largest private sector banks witnessed 90% savings in legal cost after using SAMA Med ARB clause. Interesting. Snapdeal was able to resolve over 50% of all cases filed on SAMA within 30 days via online conciliation. वाह, यार ये तो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग मार्केट है. क्या टेक है इसमें आकाश? तुम अपना बताओ पहले डिस्प्यूट रेजोल्यूशन का. आई थिंक you can give a little bit of an insight on this market.
Right. Right, right. I think this is a like extremely, extremely good problem. See, because I think like last I basically checked to solve one case through online is very I mean it is very costly. At the same time, I mean it's also about the cost and it's also about the time.
Mm,
Right? So if let's suppose there is a loan which is of like less than let's suppose 10 lakh or something, then banks don't want to don't want to
mm,
wait for that much time to for the like for these things to resolve. At the same time, they don't want to pay the money because to recover the vehicle through the legal process, it is costly. So what they do is that they will try for some kind of reconciliation way without going to the I mean, legal system. I think that's why I think this is a very, very good thing. And given that in Indian fintech, the biggest piece which is growing the fastest is the retail banking. So I
mm,
feel since retail banking is going to increase, the people who are not paying on time will increase, and thus the market is going to expand for this. Right? And
mm,
banks and like NBFCs want basically a way they can recover the money with basically cheap. They can recover the money faster and with and by spending less money. So I think this is going to
mm,
be a very, very interesting startup. I think that's why they have got a very, very good valuation. If you see, it's
mm,
almost basically
mm,
close to like 9 million, 8 million valuation.
mm, mm,
Very
mm,
good idea.
Valid point, yeah. Okay,
8
I think.
million valuation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Very good
yeah.
idea.
Got it. Okay, moving on to a toddler thing. बेबी क्लोथिंग एंड एसेंशियल्स. अच्छा, ये तो फिर बेबी केयर में चला गया. 80 लाख फॉर 2% इक्विटी. अच्छा, 10 मिल अराउंड कितना, मतलब 40 करोड़, 40 करोड़ के आसपास का था इनका. दे गॉट 40 लाख फॉर 2% इक्विटी. 20 करोड़ के आस प्लस 40 लाख डेट एट 3% रॉयल्टी. ओके, टिल 40 लाख का रिकूप. अ टॉडलर थिंग. इस स्पेस के बारे में क्या टेक है? फुलमणि, सौरभ, the baby care D2C space. I think First Cry and all of these have become platforms, but there are a lot of these smaller D2C brands which are trying to make their name. ये market थोड़ा सा वैसा है. I think this market is more of loyalists, the way I look at it, right? If you are a fan of a brand which suits your kid, you basically go for that. एंड पीपल आर यूजुअली एक बार ट्राई करेंगे और अगर पसंद करेगा तो ज्यादा यूज करेंगे. मोर अबाउट द प्रोडक्ट एंड कस्टमर डिलाइट इन दिस केस. क्या टेक है आप लोगों का? प्राइस भी कॉम्पिटिटिव है काफी. नहीं, प्राइस सेम ही है आई थिंक.
Yeah, I think the revenue pool do exist in this segment, which brands can go after. But again, I think scaling beyond that number which Saurabh mentioned, like 3 crores per month or something, I don't know how will do the pass through that valley. Uh, so this, kids universe, there are many brands which are coming up down here.
अच्छा, इट्स अ ग्रोइंग मार्केट, इट्स अ
Yeah,
सैचुरेटेड मार्केट, और हाउ डू यू लुक एट दिस वन?
I think it's a growing market. Uh, I wouldn't say this market will be saturated, you know, as of now.
सैचुरेट तो नहीं होगा. पर ये ऐसा मार्केट है ना, मतलब I don't know. I think there is definitely a lot of players who are playing in this. From 5 orders a day to a custom visit 25,000. Okay, 500 years. अच्छा, तो ये basically disposable diapers बनाते हैं. अच्छा,
So this will most likely be a hit with the investors, right? Anything sustainable
sustainable
and AI,
and eco-friendly, Coimbatore based.
yeah,
Manufacturers reusable cloth diapers. हाँ ठीक है, organic ठीक है. Kids between 0 to 3. ATT products are available on 10. हाँ, तो ये सारी जगहों से बेच ही रहा है. Starting up early. Okay, ATT team of 8. Made in India. Address customer safety. अच्छा, certifications भी ले रखे हैं इन लोगों ने. वो प्रोडक्ट का गेम ना. They got the product right. Cloth diaper which are one size fits all are machine washable and reusable for up to 300 washes. One size fits all is a very interesting one. ये मैं एक बार try करके देखता हूँ. Because I also have a toddler at home. Let me see how this will go. Average cart size of 1500, 60 orders per day. So they're basically doing what, around 90,000 or a lakh a day, which brings their overall revenue to around 3.6 CR. 3.6 CR अगर है तो इन्होंने 40 लाख का डेट और 40 लाख का 20 करोड़ के आसपास का वैल्यूएशन हुआ है काफी. इज इट जस्टिफाइड? 20 करोड़ के आसपास का एट अ 3 पॉइंट, अराउंड 4 करोड़ के आसपास का रेवेन्यू. 5x ऑलमोस्ट. सौरभ सर,
Slightly high, but it's in the range. So, because it also depends upon the growth they are making.
तो 5x का मल्टीपल हो रहा है ना, तो 4 to 5x इज यूजुअली D2C तो करता ही है, प्लस बेबी केयर है, so I'm assuming कि मल्टीपल थोड़ा सा ज्यादा हो. So, moving on to Flexify Me. This is body pain management platform. Very interesting. Again, probably healthcare वाले zone में जाएगा. 1 CR for 2% equity. They got 50 lakh for 1.32% equity plus 50 lakh debt at 10% for 2 years. Hmm. Flexify Me. Okay, bhai. Online yoga classes. This is the second week in running जहाँ योगा रिलेटेड एक स्टार्टअप आया है. नहीं गुलमुड़ी, फ्लेक्सीफाई
yeah,
मी.
but they're doing chronic pain management, which is slightly different. I will put it under alternative therapy and wellness segment. And so they are combining these experts with some kind of physiotherapy and alternative stretching, etc., right? So they are not doing your pure play. So they may be addressing these mobility issues with knees and back pain, those kind of problems. Um, See, if you look at the overall wellness space, what will be growing in India is anybody who is building around NCDs, which are non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension. You see every quarter, like we saw, in your news when you were reading, there was I think diabetes two startup. So a lot of things will be getting built around NCDs, and the second will be mobility issues, which is your knees and back, all those joints. So these numbers will continue to grow. You will see more startups getting built, and more people entering this market. But
लाइफस्टाइल.
definitely, with our population size, we need, yes, lifestyle. So there are three or four things: lifestyle, lack of exercise, uninterrupted sitting. What we are doing right now, sitting for 60 minutes, 70 minutes, 90 minutes without interruption, and air pollution. Right, another reason why we have rise in NCDs in metro cities. And so these trends are there, and people will continue to build around this, I think. And the market is there. Market exists. Overall wellness space in India should be around $40 billion in revenue. Total
Wow.
healthcare is around 400 billion, right? So wellness, including your Ayush, which is your yoga, naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, and homeopathy. That's what government has classified as Ayush. So that's also part of that 40 billion market. So
Interesting.
and now government has asked insurance companies to start reimbursing the alternative therapies and medicine also as part of health insurance policies. So the standards are yet to be finalized, but this alternative therapy and physiotherapy space will continue to grow. That's my take.
हम्म, नहीं नहीं एब्सोल्युटली यार आई थिंक देखो इनका टारगेट ऑडियंस भी बहुत ही ज्यादा क्लियर है जो जो मुझे काफी इंटरेस्टिंग भी लगा अम, अगर खुल जाए तो हाँ लो बैक पेन नेक पेन शोल्डर पेन नी पेन वेरी क्लियर कि इनके यूज केसेस क्या हैं और इन क्रॉनिक इश्यूज के लिए है एंड आई थिंक इट्स अ वैलिड दिस थिंग आई माय मदर डज ऑनलाइन योगा यार एंड इट हेल्प्स काफी सारे यूज केसेस हैं काफी सारे टारगेट सेगमेंट्स हैं इसके सो ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट आई थिंक ये कितना वैल्यूएशन में गया है दिस बेसिकली वेंट फॉर अ 50 लाख को 1.32% इक्विटी तो अराउंड 50 हाँ मतलब वही है 40-45 करोड़ के आसपास 5 to 6 मिलियन का वैल्यूएशन पे गया है विच इज नॉट बैड ओके मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट वन दिस इज आई थिंक यार उसका नाम धनरक्षा है मोस्ट प्रोबेबली लेट मी जस्ट चेक आई थिंक मेरा इसमें दिख नहीं रहा व्हाट वाज द एक्चुअल नेम द नेम इज धनरक्षा यस और द धारक्षा So yeah, Dharaksha Eco Solutions, which is sustainable material science company, which is 1250 for 1% equity plus 100 hours. What? 1250 रुपए? What? ये डेटा गलत है या फिर मैं गलत पढ़ रहा हूँ? इसने कुछ तो
No,
दिया
no,
है
data is correct.
1250 रुपए फॉर 1% इक्विटी
Data
प्लस
is
100 घंटे
correct.
की
This,
मेंटरशिप. Oh wow.
yeah, I think this is what this guy wanted, no?
अच्छा, I have no idea. I haven't seen this. But what's the game here? देखें जरा ये किसने डाला है इसमें सबसे पहले वो भी देखते हैं सो इसमें सबने डाला है नमिता थापड़ को छोड़ करके अमन गुप्ता विनीता सिंह अनुपम मित्तल पीयूष बंसल एंड रितेश अग्रवाल दिस इज गोइंग टू बी एन इंटरेस्टिंग वन इसमें क्या है भाई हाँ 1250 रुपए में 1% इक्विटी और 100 घंटे शार्क टैंक में हुई एक अनोखी डील अच्छा दोस्तों पिच देख ली तेरे ऐसे बंदे नहीं देखे अच्छा ऐसा क्या है भाई ग्रीनर क्लीनर सस्टेनेबल ओके इट्स अ environmental conscious startup specializing in biodegradable packaging material ah Delhi-based company incubated at RCB. Our aim is to curb stubble burning and plastic pollution by creating biodegradable and sustainable alternatives. We have a robust research team led by experienced scientists. Okay. Acha, state-of-the-art packaging material made out of crop stubble waste. Clients, Dabur, Barosi, Craft Packaging, incubators. अच्छा incubated ही हैं ये अच्छा आईटी स्टार्टअप्स में भी हैं अर्पित ध्रुपर वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग सस्टेनेबल सर क्या लगता है आपको व्हाट्स योर टेक ऑन दिस देखो प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट तो काफी इंटरेस्टिंग है नो डाउट अबाउट दैट एंड आई एम श्योर दैट दीस पीपल मस्ट हैव डन समथिंग गुड एज वेल आई डोंट थिंक वी हैव द टाइम टू गो थ्रू दिस let's see if I can find up an article around this. आई थिंक इसके बाद कितनी डील्स हैं? अच्छा, आई थिंक लास्ट डील है, लास्ट है इसके बाद। वन मोर इज लेफ्ट, सो आई थिंक इसमें थोड़ा सा ये कर देते हैं, टाइम स्पेंड कर लेते हैं। प्रोडक्शन ऑफ ऑल्टरनेटिव सस्टेनेबल मटेरियल्स, थर्मोकोल। दे आस्क्ड फॉर 1%, वी वांट 100 hours टू हेल्प अ बिजनेस ग्रो। अच्छा ठीक है, ये तो बेसिकली मेंटरिंग वाले इसमें चलेगा ये, कि पैसे नहीं चाहिए सर, आपका टाइम चाहिए, बिकॉज वी आर रियली कमिटेड टू द कॉज। दैट्स द होल idea. So all the very best to both the founders, or rather all the founders on this one. Seems to be a very good initiative.
Sohail,
हाँ,
Sohail,
हाँ बोलो ना
what's their target market? What's their
यार।
target market? If
बी
it's
टू बी।
B2B,
हाँ,
manufacturing, etc., how are they in a position to provide sustainable packaging materials at scale?
that's what they're saying, right? So if they have
Championship.
plans like Dabur, so I'm assuming that that's what they are doing. They are saying कि भाई मेरे को मैं scale पे ही बनाऊंगा. These are not niche art materials. These are packaging materials which these people are making. So I hope
Yes, that's why I'm asking.
इनका वर्क गैलरी देखते हैं अगर कुछ खुलता है तो।
No, this is fascinating. If they can crack it,
Yeah,
benefit the society as well as the country. That's great.
yeah, yeah. As a product, this is something which.
I think one question is,
Go on, Akash.
mm, I think it's just the pricing, right? Yeah, it's also about the pricing. I mean, so if the pricing is extremely like higher as compared to a normal like a normal option, then I think it will be hard to scale. But yeah, if the pricing is similar, then I think yeah, it will be very, very interesting to have this.
हाँ,
Very good
ये
idea.
देखो।
Just the government products भी आ जाएंगे ना? इसमें I'm pretty sure they'll qualify for car.
No, so basically what they are saying is they are जो हम यूज करते हैं ना, वो थर्मोकोल का रिप्लेसमेंट है ये। समझ रहे हो आप? These are all thermocol which they have made. अरे my God. Just hold on, guys. मेरा इंटरनेट ही गिर गया। I'm really sorry. इसमें मैं कुछ।
That's not right.
I am sorry. I'm apologies for this inconvenience. मेरा net was acting up. Okay, sorry. So basically, what I'm saying is they are basically making they're making a this thing, yeah. They're making thermocol. This is a replacement for thermocol, right? So that is what they're saying, right? They are saying thermocol is a bigger problem than plastic because its ability to be recycled is less than 2%. They are making a alternative interesting. Again, ये मार्केट बहुत बड़ा है, फिर तो मार्केट खुल गया ना अगर आपने स्केल पे बनाना चालू किया with a biodegradable and this thing. And then it's all a question of the pricing, which Akash was saying, right? तो प्राइसिंग अगर आपकी सही रही तो आप सही जाएगा, right? Okay, moving on to the last deal. I think we've spent, अरे यार क्या कर रहे हो? All right, we'll quickly finish off with the last one. Um, एक मिनट। Yes. हेलो। आई थिंक मेरे को थोड़ा सा अपना सेटअप चेंज करना पड़ेगा। लास्ट डील कर लेते हैं जल्दी से। आई एम सॉरी, मैं थोड़ा सा सेटअप चेंज कर लेता है, यहाँ पे नेटवर्क का पंगा हो रहा है। ओके, लास्ट डील ऑफ द डे। हाँ, हेलो हेलो, आई होप आई एम ऑडिबल। ओके, So, हाँ जी. So I hope कि चलो कोई बात नहीं. This is also something which got captured, which is fine. Okay. Cool. Yes. So the last deal is I Dream Career, which is a career counseling platform. 1.1 CR for 1.28% equity, 60 lakh for 1% equity, plus 50 lakh debt at 8% for 3 years. Okay. I Dream Career. करियर काउंसलर्स इसके बारे में क्या टेक है यार ये तो बड़ा ही वेरी सिंपल कॉर्पोरेट सीएसआर स्टडी अब्रॉड अच्छा व्हाट्स द टेक ऑन दिस वन कुलमणि सौरभ दिस इज इन दी लेवरेज एडू वाला स्पेस क्या स्टडी अब्रॉड करियर गाइडेंस कॉलेज एप्लीकेशंस एंड ऑल क्या लगता है कुलमणि
I think it's they are doing uh, other countries as well as like 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade counseling.
या
So their value proposition is actually not very clear to me. I think it seems like they are doing a little bit of everything and maybe trying to become a platform kind of a thing. Not sure.
60 lakh for
Because they're
1%
also
equity
showing college applications and other things.
1 मिलियन का वैल्यूएशन मिला है इनको ठीक है 60 लाख फॉर
Right,
1% इक्विटी 1 मिलियन तो मतलब छोटी कंपनी है यार अभी तो आई थिंक दे हैवंट डन मच they've got 1,000 counselors that's what they
right,
say करियर काउंसलिंग का सर्टिफिकेशन भी करते हैं सर ये
right. So like I said, I think they're trying to do a little bit of everything right now.
integrate career guidance in your school reliable assessment tool पता नहीं यार ये थोड़ा सा मुझे डाइसी सा लग रहा है 11th एंड 12th ये दिस इज अगेन एन एडटेक प्ले एडटेक वाले इकोसिस्टम में अभी भी फंडिंग हो रही है आर पीपल स्टिल पुटिंग इन मनी इन द एडटेक स्पेस अभी कम हो गया ना काफी आफ्टर द होल बायजूस डिबैकल आई अज्यूम
Yeah, nothing goes to zero.
चलो विद दैट आई थिंक दिस इज द लास्ट स्टार्टअप ऑफ द डे इसके बारे में ज्यादा डिस्कशन है नहीं आई थिंक अमन गुप्ता नहीं डाला है पैसा यस अमन गुप्ता नहीं डाला है पैसा ठीक है सो नो वंडर with that, I think we can just call today's event to a close. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching in. I think थोड़ा सा हमारा इंटरनेट का भी प्रॉब्लम हुआ. I think for the first time again, I'm in a little bit of an unstable connection right now. तो एक बार थोड़ा सा better हो जाएंगी चीजें. Hopefully in a week's time. I will see you guys again next week, same place, same time. Thanks a lot, guys, for doing this as usual. Please thank and please put in. So we will be putting out bites of this on LinkedIn and on YouTube as well. So in case you people want to go deal by deal, that is also available. We have a playlist as well, which will put in the description of this live as well. With that, I think we'll take a leave. Good night. Take care. We'll see you guys again.